my dear Scorpio. This is a reading about what the person most on your mind would want to happen between you two with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And I read in the order of birthdays, and this time I wish happy birthday to Cancer. As an extended member to this channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's an all signs reading up. Where is my love life headed for the full members to this channel, and what are they learning to our connection is up for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I used the Steampunk Tarot with Barbara Moore for the readings part, and the New Era Elements Tarot for the clarifications. Okay, so when I open your deck here, I see the Queen of Swords together with the Hierophant. So it seems like there's some serious business going on here in your relationship from this person's perspective. It might be really big decisions that needs to be taken, and really like serious considerations that needs to be made. Okay. I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the Eight of Wands together with the Hierophant. So it points that they want to put some serious effort into this relationship, but they also see some serious problems, either with the relationship or the way you handle them yourself, or the way they handle themselves, or the dynamics between you, or the issues or problems or challenges that's in front of you. So there's a lot of things that needs to be solved and needs to be talked through. I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we have the Knight of Wands together with the Hierophant. So Knight of Wands here feels a little bit like a wild card, so I'm going to take clarification. Two of Air, Equilibrium. If they are going to be serious about something, this is a person that's really put them all their effort into a situation. But when they do, they want there to be a plan, possibly a plan for you to stay together forever and ever. This is tribe, and this is cranes. They mate for life. Okay. So I call the six elements, and here we have 10 of Wands, Sun, 19, 1 plus 9, 10. So it's very serious fire going on here together with the Hierophant. That's the significator. So it has to do with tribe, family, commitment, marriage. It can have to do with other things as well, as housing or agreements, or like papers for houses, things like this. It's very important for them to get it right, to not make mistakes, and they feel very high strung about this, but they also believe in you, that the relationship with you is a very important one. The Sun is the highest card for love in the whole deck of tarot. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Scorpio viewers. So I want my dear Scorpio to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay. I will tune in for a few seconds to you, the person most on your mind, and what this person would want to happen between you two. I get a sense that this is a very serious person and have a hard time letting someone into their life. Okay. This is their most likely action, the evolution of your relationship. This is what they would want to have happen. 4 of Pentacles, saving a penny. It's like saving for the future, being like a squirrel and planning for the long cold winters, everything that might happen or might not happen. Okay. And here we have the evolution, and we have another 4. It's the 4 of Swords, very masculine energy. 4 is the number for the Emperor, and 4 of Swords, it shows that almost this person has so many plans, or so much they need to fix, or so much they need to figure out, that they become paralyzed or unable to move forward because of the burden of responsibility of taking such a serious decision, and rolling the dice, and also accepting whatever outcome will come from our decision. So it seems like they take this with relationships super serious. Okay, this is their intentions. 6 of Swords, so it's actually to solve all these problems together with you, and possibly be able to soar above them. 6 is also connected to the Lover's card, so it shows that this person wants your relationship to work out, wants to figure out a plan to make it work. Okay, and this is their love for you, and we have the 9 of Swords, so they're being very tormented by this. I'm getting that this is a person that doesn't easily fall in love, and they might not even want to fall in love. So clarify how much they love you here with the 9 of Swords. Failure. Okay, so they see it as a failure because they didn't want to fall in love in the first place. I'm asking. 7 Wands. No, they didn't want to fall in love in the first place. They just wanted to be like a very mature, collected person that made rational decisions. And so why are they so tormented now when they have fallen in love? Judgment. Okay, so it's someone, I felt that all along, but I didn't notice it, that they are trying to live up to someone else's expectations. They might have been brought up by people that was very much like, if you do it like this will happen, and you can't do it like that, then this would happen. And blaming the child in this case for any decisions that they took that ended in failure. So I think this person is trying to protect themselves against other people's judgment, but mostly the judgment from themselves. It's like they are not allowed to fail. They're not allowed to, try and not make it. They're not allowed to wing it or anything like this. They need to really come up with a plan and know that this plan is, rock solid, and that nothing can take it down, because in other case they will be victim to other people's ridicule if these people are still alive, or in other case their own ridicule from their own mind that has learned to think in the same way as these people that made them this scared in the first place for failure. That we need to be very responsible people. I think they were brought up by somewhat control freaks, people that's very scared for living in this world and seeing all the possible negative outcome that can happen, and becoming really super controlled, really anxious about living, or they didn't make any leaps of faith. They were just really figuring things out. So anxious parents brings anxious children that can't love with their whole heart, because frankly their whole heart isn't brave enough. This is how they view you. 3 of Cups. I'm getting a disrespectful feeling here, almost like I need what you give me, but I don't respect you for having this. Maybe it's a sexual thing. Trying to figure out what it is. How they view you. Magician, Son of Air. It's almost like the world revolves around them, and you have something that they need, but that they need it is like a lower part of them that needs this, and they even reject themselves or disrespect themselves for needing this, and that means they disrespect themselves for needing you, and in the long run that means they disrespect you. So let's say that this person is all about logic and plans, and love is a ridiculous thing. Sex might be even a ridiculous thing, but they have learned that they need this, but the person they need it from is almost like this person is beneath them. almost like I need, the clothes that's on my body, but I would never sew them myself. So I have, small minions fixing my clothes, and I don't respect these people. They give me what I need, but I don't respect them. And it's a lot of, like, maybe all the way when it comes to different things. But this was just an allegory with the clothes, but I think it's more intimate things like this. Like, I need you to talk me out of my problems when I worry, but I disrespect you. Mostly here when it comes to those kind of things, that kind of intimacy, I think they disrespect you because they get angry with themselves because they have like a weak side that needs that comfort, love, sex, intimacy. It's things with themselves that they can't really respect. This is how they view the relationship, 2 of Wands. They would really want it like on an arm's length distance or like a business deal of some sort. And this is what they would want to have happen. So, conflict. I definitely feel like they would want to have a certain hierarchy in the relationship, at least in their own head, where they would decide that they are the crown jewel of this relationship and you are just the side piece that they, for some ridiculous reason, can't live without. So clarify the 5 of Wands there. Mother of Fire. 2 of Cups. Okay, so they will, on another level, they do respect you, but they don't respect these common needs that you have. I need to figure this out, because it's as if they didn't respect you or the likes of you, either your gender, your social group, your religious group, or your cultural group. So for some reason they didn't respect you when they met you, but then they learned to love you and respect you, but they still don't respect these softer needs that they have. Even maybe eating is a need that they don't respect. Needing clothes is something that I feel like they might be a sucker for clothes, but they still don't respect the people making the clothes. So it's it's a little bit difficult personality. I will try to understand this. It's as if they both disrespect you and respect you in the same time. So this 5 of Wands, it's inner conflict. They are thinking like this, they are thinking like that, they are thinking like in this other way. So they both respect you, disrespect you, like you, don't like you, love you, hate you. So it's going back and forth inside of them all the time. So they don't know what they want, because they're trying to compartmentalize that certain parts of them are not worth respecting. For example, their need for love, their need for understanding, they need to have someone to talk to, they need to have sex, they need to procreate, or I don't know. It's almost like this person wants to be a robot and they aren't, and they are a little bit blaming, God and other people for it, not themselves really. I think there's might be a deeper loathing towards themselves in the foundation. We saw that also with the Judgment card here. But on the surface level, they put themselves on a pedestal and everyone else are down here. Okay. Maybe not everyone. Maybe there's a head of their family that's above them. And that person is more God than God themselves. Okay. So this is the most likely action. And we have the Knight of Pentacles and 2 of Swords. So here comes in this control freak angle again that they have inherited from their parents. 2 of Swords goes very well with the 2 Judgment, 2 of Wands, 2 of Love. That this person is kind of hanging on the fence with a lot of things, because they don't want to have certain needs. They have them anyway. They don't want to love you. They love you anyway. They don't want to need comfort. They need comfort anyway. So they are treading carefully down this road, trying to be very modest, going on a diet, both when it comes to love and a lot of other things that they need, and even more so for the things that you need. I don't think they are very open to the things you need. They are just a slave to the things they need, and that's just the bare minimum what they can, they can't tolerate more than that. They just do the bare minimum of fulfilling their needs. And here we have Justice. This is Libra. So here I'm feeling they are coming closer to taking this decision that I saw in the beginning too. It's also decisions. Should I do this? Should I do that? That road? This road? We have the Moon here. Moon and the Nine of Swords has connected energy. Also 18, 1 plus 8, 9. So they are very anxious about making this decision. They're very anxious of being in love with you or needing you. And Knight of Swords. It's almost like they would want to arrange a deal for your marriage, or this is what, if they were super rich, they would be able to do this, to tell you that this is the things that you can do, this is the things you can't do. It's almost like they want to take control over you or enslave you with these agreements here. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Swiftness. It's the 8 of Wands that we saw in the beginning, that they are putting a ball in the roll with something that they're very scared of doing. So they're going to have, a helmet, a seat belt, parachute, a lot of different things. So maybe writing, long and tedious agreements that make you feel even less valuable, that it's more important for them how they will land if you break up than that you are actually together. Clarify the Two of Swords. The Devil. This is this superiority thing again. I need to come out on top because I'm superior and I can't have you that's inferior. For example, breaking my heart. Or robbing me blind, or ending up with my resources so that you are on top and I'm on the bottom now. It's very much about this saving oneself, being this squirrel, collecting this food for the the winter that's coming in this person's mind. Clarify the Justice card. Hangman. Justice is 11, Hangman is 12. It's as if this person, they can't just take a chance. They are very constricted. It's maybe they have a schedule even for, when to go to the bathroom. Clarify the Moon card. Deception. So if you are going to marry this person or go into any kind of agreement with this person, they're going to, I hear screw you blind. It's not something I would want to use. I don't like swear words really, but that's what came, so I'm going to honor it. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Wealth. They are going to protect their wealth. They are not going to protect you. So be sure of that. This is a person that's super scared of engaging with you whatsoever. Even if it's just, going on the first date, you might have to sign some papers here. And papers in this case, going on a first date, might be this person saying, I don't want to have children. I don't want commitment, so that you know. So it's a very cold person that will tell you that whatever dreams you had about them, you can, put it aside. But since they are superior, they kind of expect you to want them anyway. I wouldn't recommend having a relationship with this person in the first place, actually. But we'll see what the divine says. Eyes of Beauty, positive expectations, clarity. Okay. 25. The Eyes of Beauty is a sign of self-centered fear expressed through harsh judgment, and that is behind your current circumstances. Are you or someone else seeing only the flaws in your circumstances or in another person? are you looking at what is wrong instead of what could be made right? If you take some time to adjust your eyes and see things exactly as they are, you cannot help but admire their perfection. Release your expectations and demands and be with the truth of the way things are now. I think this is talking about you and your person. With them, it's about they have this self-centered fear. They have this squirrel behavior. With you, it's probably have very negative expectations of love, so you don't expect to get much. This person is not going to give you much. And because of this, you can't see the truth. You can't see the truth about this person. You can't see the truth about yourself because you're settling with breadcrumbs. You know, what falls down from this squirrel's little hole in the tree where they're collecting all this food for the winter. So whatever, you know, crumbs fall down, you take them. And you don't see the reality. You don't see the red flags with this person. And looking at what's wrong instead of what could be made right, I feel like you're accepting what is wrong instead of accepting what could be made right, or a person that could be more right for you. So I don't believe you should whitewash the reality with this person. You should rather see the reality with this person. And release your expectation and demands and be with the truth of the things, the way things are now. Because sometimes when we build up a fantasy castle for ourselves, both with negative and positive expectations, we will have a lot of we want things to be in a certain way, and we don't want to see the truth of how they really are, because we don't want to live like in a nightmare instead of a fairy tale. So we can refuse. We can think, no, they wouldn't be that cruel, or of course they love me, or no, they would never stab my back like that. Maybe they will. Yes, what you the things you observe may not be exactly what you want, but it is what you have. Okay, so you need to become more aware of that. Shift in perception is what's required now. So I think it's not about trying to, you know, accept that this person is a narcissist, but you love them anyway, so you want to be together with them and, you know, make way for this relationship so that you can be together. I think that is not the way to have positive expectations. I think have positive expectations that someone that's a better person that can actually let you into their life, that are, you know, ready to take the leap of faith with you, can come. Don't have positive expectations about this person. Chess queen, trust strategizing. Horse king, assistance control. So I think you need to become a person that plans a little bit more, becoming a little bit more logic, you know, seeing red flags, knowing when, listen to what a person says and not trying to make excuses for them. And the horse king, I think someone better will come along, someone that's, you know, worth it. I don't feel like this person is ready to invite you, but you're going to have to write like 100 pages long agreement to even go to bed with this person. And I don't think that's the best way to live a relationship. And the agreement might even not be in paper. It can just be the different ways that this person refused to love you. I'm not going to agree to this. I'm not going to agree to that. I'm never going to marry you, but we can be together. We can have sex, but I won't parade you on the streets. It's disrespectful. This whole reading with this whole person is disrespectful. They see you as a belonging that shouldn't make a mess for them. They can make a mess for you, but you are never allowed to make a mess for them. So it's very unfair, and it's not a healthy relationship. So even if you love this person, I think you need to take a long distance to them and try to figure out what it is that's so darn attractive. Sometimes we have like a trauma bond. We have learned love by people that weren't able to love, And when we see that kind of person that's not able to love, we immediately fall in love with them, because that's how we see the picture of, this is how love has always been for me. So we recognize it as love, even though it's not love, it's the opposite of love. But this is how you have been taught about love. And we can also go into a situation where we have a horrible experience with a person, where they do horrible things to us, but they also make us feel better afterwards. They say they're sorry, they come with flowers, and that can also create this kind of situation. Okay, so I would urge you to watch the love reading for July, or the what do they want to happen reading from previous month, to get more information about this relationship. On my first channel page, there's a playlist for your specific astrological sign, where you can watch all the latest readings for your specific sign in one single playlist. On the end screen, you will see a link to that playlist, so go and check it out. And if you want to see the channel's reading in advance and ads-free, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal readings for elements readings, and all signs readings for the full members to the channel. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button that appears, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And thank you for watching this far. Remember to like and share this video, and hit the bell notification on your way out to get an update when the next video is up. Until then, stay blessed and bye for now.